if it's done at the same time and all that, it's definitely, it's always going to be tricky. But if it's literally there's like a year between them or whatever, they will grow up together, going through the same milestones. When we're talking about, like in Terence Crawford's case, where his youngest is going to be a little bit older than the latest child that's coming up. There's a little bit of a affinity that can be created, but it's all messy, man. It's the whole situation for everybody, male, female, the second female, the children, as I alluded to last week, the family. What did the family think of this? You know what I mean?
You're talking about the wider family.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's again, to put yourself in that position, it's crazy to me because I get things happen, but it is a horrible position to be sitting in where your woman, has been embarrassed like that. And coming from the place where Crawford's coming from.
Yeah, it's 10 times worse.
It's 10 times worse. So I definitely understand what people are saying. Like, how could you ever come back from that? Hold on. Some people will make it easy for the system. Yeah, facts, D. I also believe both men and women can also have kind of secondhand PTSD when things go sour. Yeah, that's a fact. It's crazy to see. It's mad to see people that once loved each other, trying to destroy each other. But I think that's just a symptom of social media. But that's a symptom of social media, that is, I would say. Because the whole thing of, I think if you're with someone, you love that person, you got to understand a few things, first of all, with a relationship. Once you're with somebody in the early days, it's all fun. I'd say the first 24 months mean nothing. It means nothing because it's all fun. A person can be whoever they want to be. When you're not living with a person, another saying, you don't know somebody till you've lived with them, or B, traveled with them. How much man do you know that say, oh, I traveled with this man? Yo, yeah, and you're like, yo, but you know my man from Yonks, but it's like, nah, I traveled with him, no man, because you don't know a person's habits.
Yeah,
you get me? You don't know a person's habits. I'm telling you straight, I've traveled with man, yeah, and I'm talking about not none of my new age bedrooms like that I've traveled with, but I've traveled with man when I was younger. And I'll never do them things again because certain men get out of bed 1 o'clock in the day.
Yes.
That's just not normal in my life.
Yes.
Man get out of bed 1 in the day. Man go to bed 1 in the night. That straight away is tricky for me. You know what I mean? It's very, it's very, very difficult. D, if my dad ever stepped out, we certainly never knew about it. But some of my extended relatives had that situation going on. Yeah, fact. It's like with my pops. If he ever stepped out, we didn't know about it, but he was always present, and that's why. Yeah, man, he was always present, man. Or for the family, the man was, which is why I always say I give credit for the father I am to my dad. You get me?
Man.
I give that credit because I remember just how important it was. That piece of the puzzle is very. They're trying to make it not important, but that piece of the puzzle,
it's vital, man.
Is vital. From like year 7, all these men are married. All these men are married to damn near the first girl they was with. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Children and that. Like, because these men were like the other day, one of them sent me a picture. Yes, Mark, I just got married, congrats, bro. Picture of him in a suit, brother from school. Picture of him in a suit. Just a small low-key thing. Just him, his best man, the woman, and her, and somebody else, and their children. Just tied the knot, and I'm like, you see, that man kind of understand the importance of solidifying that unit.
Yes.
You see what I mean? Because he knows, like, he's not even talking about nothing else outside of that unit.
Come on.
See what I mean? He's not even speaking about, but he understands not only the stability that it gives him, but the stability that it gives his children.
Exactly.
And what I'm saying is, there's a lot of unlearning that needs to be done in order for man to start moving that way. Like, first of all, we got to stop promoting, like Aisha said, people's negative experiences.
Yeah.
Like, I was on Instagram, I think it was yesterday, someone sent me a thing of, they were showing some girl saying 40K is not enough for her man to make per year. And I'm like, yo, like, I get what she's trying to say, but I'm like, yo, well then if you're making 40 and he's making 40, that's 80K. Like, and if you both invest it, like, people seem to think a paying job or that they're supposed to be given a handout. Like this entitlement it's crazy. This entitlement
It's nuts.
that we're seeing crazy amounts of entitlement from women and men who are saying daft things. It's crazy to me, man. It's absolutely crazy to me.
I mean, unless they live in like maybe
Mayfair.
central, yeah, like like really central London in a leafy suburb, then yeah, of course, 40K times two is going to be very tight for you.
Then leave there.
Exactly. You either leave or you get better jobs. Like, and also you wouldn't be able to be there in the first place if you both of you on 40K, for instance. It's ridiculous. And look, well, you posed the question. We're talking about airing out people's dirty laundry and all this business and all that kind of madness, right?
Yeah.
So, and you said back in the day, like how if you could go 25 years back. 25 years back, there was no social media, was there, Ma?
No,
there was just,
none at
there was
all.
just there was just newspapers. So what we heard about what was, because we heard things about certain people, but that was just through talk, right? And some of the things were obviously blown out to crazy Chinese whispers, and it got to crazy. And when you get back to the source, it was only something like this. That was the only way things were transmitted, quote unquote, urban legends and myths and all them kind of thing there, right? So the point I'm making and the highlight I'm doing is when you had a problem back in the day, you just dealt with it. You went to your brethren's yard and you say, you never guess what? And you might see another brethren and you might rant to him. That was it. And you'd get some input. You would do your output. You would get multiple forms of input, and then that would be it. There was no internet for you to go live and run that. Yo, I just slept with this girl, and this and that, and they took this, and blah blah blah, and full blown rants, which it's all private business stuff. Back in the day, was private and local. Now, because people have a pocket computer in their hands and social media, they feel that the best way for them to do whatever the hell they want to do to make their ego feel good is to pour out their wickedness and their bad experiences, their hurts, their trauma onto the internet.
Yeah.
And package it in a way to say, this is the truth. This is how you should be living. Take my lived experience and superimpose it onto yourself. And what I'm telling you now from my quote unquote errors, and I'm not going to tell you what I did to make the thing mash up. I'm not going to tell you that I was doing this and I was doing that and da 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 da.
Exactly. Brothers don't say what it is they did as well. So this is why I say I've listened to them. I've tried to watch some of these, man, and understand what it is that their plight is. And I'm just hearing a hurt brother. I'm just hearing a brother who's hurt. That's all I'm hearing. I'm just hearing a man who's hurt at however the situation ended and don't seem to understand that time's the healer. But anytime you go online, like, yo, I'm going to air this person out, it's not a good, it don't, you've almost made it that it's hard for you to come back together. Sometimes time's needed apart. What we're seeing online is a lot of hurt people. That's what we're seeing online. I can see right through it, it's a gift, I can... Like I said to you, I've seen man on there, my baby mom, this, that. And I'm like, first of all, one thing about mans keep sharing their business online. Everyone's got problems of some sort. Like nobody, like Steven says it all the time, like no one cares. It's entertainment to them. When you get online, he done this to me, he done that to me. There's a million girls that are with men who's got problems with them. A million man who's with woman who's got problem with them.
Yes.
But what I'm going to get at is everybody's got issues. So when these girls get online and these men get online pouring out all these secrets and this happened and that happened, I'm like, yo, we don't need to hear that, man. We don't need to hear it. Like, there's so much. Everyone's got issues right now. Everybody, we in Britain, some people's issue may be money. Some people's issue may be housing. Some people's issue may be sickness or whatever the case, relationships or whatever the case may be. Everyone's got some sort of issue. So when you come online talking your issue, people don't care because it's just entertainment. When people get on this internet, they want to be entertained. Yeah. So if you're a crash out and you're coming on here, my man did this or my woman done that, you're just entertainment. That's all you are. Yeah, some things need to be confidential, man.
Come on, man. That's it's a dying art now to keep things private. People walk around with the phone like glued to their head kind of thing, pointing into their head on loudspeaker talking. What are we doing? How can you even conduct such a conversation in public with the phone like that? And if it's not like that, they've got it in there. Like I was in the queue. Where was I? I was in the store somewhere, and the girl had the damn FaceTime thing up, and I'm moving out the way, man. I don't
Oh,
want to
she's
be in
holding
no
it
one's.
up so you're in the view.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
get the hell out of here. You better be careful. You ain't on vacation. I mean, like if you're on vacation and you want to take some photographs, you want to go. Oh, guess where I am at? If you're shopping, keep them damn things down, boss, because that GDPR. You know what I'm talking about? You can do them things to a point, but you can't have people out there, man. Privacy, man. Keep
No, it's all
yourself
changing,
private.
man. The world's going. We're going straight. We're about to enter a world that's just about content. You know, like them Ray-Ban glasses. Remember what I've said on Unfiltered? That's only second gen. That's only second gen. What we talking about 10 generations from now?
Come on.
Like your phone will be in that screen.
You know what they'll do? 10 generations, trustfully, the most high willing, it won't happen. But based upon the trajectory of technology, it will be a contact lens. Just pop it in, boom.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. D42, did you guys see the pop the balloon thing where they rejected a woman because he didn't like her natural afro, even though he had the exact same hair texture? I ain't watched it, but I know enough brothers like that. Enough brothers who dislike themselves. So if you dislike yourself, you're not going to like the features you hate about yourself. You're not going to like that in someone else. Example, Michael Jackson. People hate to say it, but the brother hated black features. For whatever reason, he hated black features. So based on that, did you expect him to pick a woman with a big nose or dark skin?
Well, he only had surrogate. He married Priscilla Presley, or whatever her name is, and didn't obviously create life with her. They didn't create life, did they? Michael Jackson and so he did the in vitro thing with the big swati, the troll looking nanny. Yeah.
Oh, so them children are for the nanny.
Yeah, the nanny. She housed them. I don't know if it was her eggs. But
she housed them. But you see what I'm saying? No, a man he done that because he wanted the youths to look how they look. Yeah. One of them youths looked like Native American.
The little blanket.
Yeah. He looks Native American.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. He looks like Mike a piece after he had the surgeries. but Mike, the youthful Mike with the afro, it didn't look like that. And D9, seen that still. If you got the link, post it in the chat. Aisha. All right, this one's deep still. Aside from not growing up in a 2-parent household, why do black men not get married like other races?
It's been socialized out. It's been engineered out of us. Our parents were the last generation to fully get married. If you look at the statistics, and you should know this, Aisha, there is a rise of black folk getting married now. There is actually a rise of it.
I've been to a wedding I've been to a wedding since 2016, and before that, I've been to a wedding since I was about 8. Matter of fact, my bedroom got married in Cyprus. That's 2017. But I ain't been to a wedding since then. And before that, it was 2015. And it was 2000. Then before that, I was 8.
Shit.
Yeah. Before that, I was. I don't see like maybe. And I'm not gonna put a blanket over this. I don't see a lot of marriage, Noble. But that might be the circles I'm in.
No, I don't. Personally, I don't physically. I can't touch. You know what I mean? In my circle of recently two marriages in the last 10 years. Let's say. But
I've got an angle for that though. You know, Aisha. So I can only speak on me and my background. Weddings was a thing that you had to spend 30 grand on.
The financial implications. I totally get it.
In my world, a wedding was a 30 grand plus situation. Yes. And remember, we're dealing with black people, diaspora, Jamaican to be exact. There's always drama at weddings. There's always drama at funerals. There's always drama at christening. I feel like the price tag of the money, then there'd be a lot of stuff. I remember like man's getting invited to weddings. You can't please everyone. Like, yo, I never got a hand given invitation. There's bare things that go on like that in our community. Yo, the man them didn't give it me by hand. They don't want me there. Or there's bare reasons. Plus another thing, the scaremongering thing. You're gonna lose everything and end up on the street if it goes bad.
Well, okay. So let me address that, and then I'm gonna work back. Of course, and that's the uncertainty, as we discussed multiple times, reference having the council flats, and saying, I'm going to keep that because just in case things mash up. You're supposed to be courageous, committed, and ready to go and try and create a one ship. That's what it's about. Two people coming together to create a one. So if you're not committed in doing that, then of course you're going to keep the flat. Of course, you're going to be like, oh, well, if it matches up, make I do a prenup and all that. Now, look, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted now. Now, if you haven't been with this woman for a lengthy period of time, say more than 3 to 4 years, and you're getting married, and you're a successful entrepreneur, let's say, then you should, of course, protect your assets. And that would be in the way of a prenuptial agreement even. Yeah? So there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself in case the madness happens. But unusual circumstances, you go in there and you get married, and if it does mash up, then it mashes up. Then what you do?
You tried.
You tried your best, and then unfortunately, you didn't have to give her 50% of the thing.